you're a stalker. Sort of like a stalker. You're stalking the VC so that you can get their time, and they don't have time. They're not willing to meet anyone. Let's say their schedules are packed up. So they get in the elevator, you hop behind them and say, oh, good to see you, sir. Blah, blah, blah. I'm working on this idea. I have this, I have that. I've already sold this many, whatnot. So a short speech, which you need to have ready so that the time it takes for them to reach their, 7th floor, 10th floor, I don't know. I don't remember which floor it's considered an average number of floors for an elevator pitch. But some short amount of time, you should have a speech ready for that. But that's an elevator pitch. And then there's a pitch where you make a slide. And the pitch and the business plan can all be sort of interchanged. It's all terminology, which is telling you how do you convince people to invest in your company, okay? Or how do you attract partners? You don't want money, but you want to sell your product, right? Let's say you want to sell your product to a customer, right? So you got to give a pitch. How can I solve this problem of yours, and how much money it's going to take for you to get this problem solved? So you can use them interchangeably. But what we're talking about right now is the pitch to the investor. The business plan as a pitch to the investor. As a plan showing to the investor as to how my business is so great and how am I gonna make money for you. So it starts with company overview. You have to come up with a vision or a mission as to what is your big goal, right? It's always encouraged that you don't have a goal as literal as make more money, okay? For example, most of you know Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook, and he said he did not want to build a company. His intention was not to build a company. His intention was to build a platform which will increase connectivity amongst people. And that's all he cared about. And his idea was not to make money. The platform started making money for him because he found a way of monetizing it using advertisements. But that was not his prime goal. His prime goal was to increase connectivity. Okay? So your prime goal could be something like revolutionize social communication, right? And then you have to tell your investors what markets and services, what market is it going in. So you could say, oh, it's going to go into the social media market. Just like there are other players in the social media market. There are players like Twitter, Pinterest, and other social media markets. So, and what services? You're going to offer them a mobile app and a web app, right? So you can go to the website or you could access them on your smartphones. And what are the objectives? So you have to clarify your objectives. I want to connect more people. I want to make organizing events and social demonstrations easier. I want to generate revenue by advertising. So these are just examples. I'm giving some examples so that you understand what these bullet points mean. Okay? All right, service description. And this is a good opportunity for me to call some of you here. Those who worked in groups and those who came up with some idea in the last class. Okay? So we'll start with one of the groups. And let's see, how many of you did this exercise of forming teams and generating ideas? Okay. So the new ones who were showing up here for the first time, they probably didn't do it. The kids who came in the first and the second class, they did it, okay? So I actually want you guys to spend a few minutes now and present some of your ideas. And the ideas will be in the sequence of problem, solution, description. Okay? So I want to hear what problem you're solving. I want to hear what's your solution to the problem. I want to hear the description of your product or your service. And of course, ignore the stage of development because I know you guys have not started yet. Okay? So, which team wants to volunteer first? Okay. So you want to talk to your groups first and do that. Okay, so let's do this then. Let's spare a few minutes towards the end, because what we will do is in the end we will sort of have the groups come together, and those who haven't formed a group form a new group, so that we do not disrupt the class right now. So let's reserve the last 10 minutes. So we have 15 more minutes. Let's reserve the last 10 minutes for this exercise. Okay? And by the way, the stage of development here means if you're going to present it to a VC or an investor, he wants to know, have you built the prototype? Or have you not built the prototype? At what stage is your idea in? Have you sold some products? Do you know the market wants it? Or do you know the market has already rejected it? What stage it is in? So that's important. Yes?
So if we, let's say our product is an app which doesn't really require much money other than the device to open up, what would be the need of having a VC?
Okay, so need of having a VC would be,